Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Anyway, hi guys, I'm Mokami John. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Positive Vibes. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, guys. Thank you so much. We are almost at 200k subscribers. Sorry. Anyway, we are almost at 200 subscribers. Not okay. Anyway, I was just kidding, just making a joke. But anyway, we are almost at 200 subscribers, and I'm so glad. Since I started this journey, I'm growing and I'm happy with the progress. You feel me? You feel me? Positive vibes. Anyway, today's video is my story about parenting, and you are welcomed. You are welcome to be here. I'm so happy to be here. And if it's your first time on this channel, welcome. Karibu to this channel. And in this channel we are all about being positive, leading a happy life, doing fun things, cooking, fashion, makeup, parenting. I mean, all the recipes I have lined up for you guys. Don't miss out on that. And if you're watching me and you haven't subscribed, please, why please do so. Just do so. Anyway, guys, as I said before, I'm going to talk about my story part 2 about having a baby. And before having a baby, there are all these myths and misconceptions about what to expect and what not to expect. But you know what? If you are in that position of being a parent, please do you. Don't listen to people. Don't listen to what other people say. Just do you. I mean, every child is different, and how we choose to bring them up might not be the same with someone else. You don't have to go with someone's way of bringing up a child to apply on your own. Anyway, my story. So guys, when I was talking about last time how I realized I was a pregnant girl. I was still in school, and if you've not watched that video, please just watch it. Just watch it and get the whole story, and you can at least know where this story is heading to. So guys, after realizing I was pregnant, I moved in with my man. After it was during the long holiday. So guys, I was so lonely. I had no friends. I guess somehow I was a bit depressed. I don't know. Anyway, I was alone. I couldn't talk to anyone, and social media was my friend then. I would spend, I guess, most part of my day was spent just browsing and sitting in the house and doing my own chores. I wouldn't cook lunch. Like, I would wake up in the morning, make tea and maybe pancake, and get a fruit for myself. Then I'll sit down with the food on the table, and I'll be watching and browsing. And when it's lunchtime and I feel hungry, I just eat what is placed on the table right there in front of me. And I don't know, just months came and went. I can tell you my pregnancy journey after, it was long holiday. I also didn't want people talking much, the stigma that comes about with you being pregnant. By the way, guys, I can tell you, I mean, I didn't have a lot of friends then. Like, people, there was no one to call me or know how I'm doing. Not that I wanted them to call me. I was also not talking to anyone. I was just there. And my husband will go to work, come back in the evening, and when he's there, we chat. At least he'll cheer me up. But during the day, I was so lonely. And sometimes the job he was doing then, he used to travel a lot. So whenever I was alone, I used to go and stay with my in-laws. And I mean, my in-laws, not Ushago, but they are my in-laws around here. So I used to go and stay with them. I stay there, and when he's back, we go back to our house. So I used to stay there, so that they welcomed me there, and they said I shouldn't stay alone. Whenever my husband would travel, maybe for a week or 2 or even more, like 3 weeks, that's the longest he would go. And I was all alone. But anyway, with the journey being eventful, I didn't have much trouble, except on my 7th month. I would feel a lot of pain in my left side. My baby was a bit small, and she was struggling to grow, like the belly was growing. And as I was growing too. Sorry guys, I think my baby is crying on the background. So guys, I was like all alone. Then eventually, it was my happiest time was when I was surprised for baby shower. Like, a few of my friends organized for it. It was a surprise. They did it with my husband, and I was surprised for a baby shower. That was the happiest time of my pregnancy. They taught me a lot of things. I was so naive, getting into this journey. I didn't know things about the baby, about things to buy, about what to do, about how to handle a baby. I didn't know. I had zero idea. So the baby shower, I shout out to you guys who did that. You really made a good orientation for me in terms of being a mom and a parent. So after the baby shower, which was fun, which I learned a lot, they also bought me some items for the baby. You know, during the baby shower, I was on my 8th month, and then I didn't have anything like, you know, both me and my husband were very new to this parenting journey. And I don't know, I hadn't researched a lot apart from asking questions on Google. Like, you know, sometimes you feel changes and you want to Google and know why is this happening, you know. I did that. And after the baby shower, they bought me a few items for the baby. That's when a few weeks later, my husband sent a parcel home. He had gone for work, but he sent a parcel home and they asked me to pick it. And when I did, there were clothes for the baby. He was so supportive. Like, for his part, he was so supportive. Just that on my end, I was lonely. I had no one to talk to, and you know, my days were spent in the house from morning to evening. He would come home and say, "You didn't go out today. You have to go and practice." So we'll take an evening walk late in the evening around 7 and come back in the house at 8, make supper and eat. My cravings, my cravings were oranges. I was so obsessed with them. Like, I don't know. My baby also likes oranges. Oranges. She also likes them. I was so obsessed. I wouldn't stay without eating them, you know. I would like, whenever they were not in the house and it's evening and he had just come in from work, you know, I would have to send him out to go and get me oranges. I really loved oranges. At some point, I couldn't eat eggs. You know, whenever I tried, it was like bad, you know, I would puke. So I didn't eat eggs. I loved oranges. And what else? Mala. You know, mala is the, you know, for those who know, milk. That's fermented milk. I loved it. Like, I didn't want the sugar one. I wanted the sour. At some point, you know, before I knew the gender, I used to think, because I like sour things, you know, like oranges are sour, mala is sour too. Maybe I wouldn't get a baby girl. I was banking on it being a boy. But once I went for scanning at 5 months, and you know, I was asked, would you like to know the gender? I was so curious and said yes. I didn't want it to be a surprise. So when I learned it's a baby girl, I said, oh, and why am I like, I like sour things? I guess Google sometimes lies. If you see Google, like, how do you know if it's a baby girl or boy? They tell you among the suggestions that when you eat sour things, you know that's a boy. I guess you can be having a boy and you like sweet things. So another thing I liked is nyama choma. Mbuzi, not even beef. Is it mutton? I liked goat meat. Choma. Like, I wouldn't eat it every day, but whenever I had a chance or I craved it, you know, I would get it. I would get it. So sometimes I don't know. Pregnancy is funny. But one thing about pregnancy, one thing you enjoy about pregnancy is the fact that you are respected wherever you go. You are privileged. Like I would get into a matatu, even going to town. I remember once I was going to get maternity clothes because I hadn't shopped for any maternity clothes. I just used to put on my free size clothes, but when the baby bump started growing and they wouldn't fit anymore, I had to get myself maternity clothes. So I went to a fashion clothes store, Label. They really have very beautiful clothes. Like most of my clothes I've bought them there. So I went there, and when I was getting in the car, it was about full, but I was given a seat. Privileges of being pregnant. You're treated like a boss. I don't know. That's one of the things I'd say was fun during the pregnancy. What else do I miss? Baby kicking on my tummy. No, it's fun. It's so exciting and thrilling. Just hearing that baby kicking and moving. Some days I would say a whole day without hearing my baby kick, and would be like, oh my goodness, what's not happening? Maybe 2 days. But then on the third day it's there, and oh, but it's advisable when you don't feel the baby kick for around 4 or 5 days, please go check on yourself at the hospital so that I can know how you are faring. Anyway, guys, I didn't have a difficulty pregnancy. For whatever reasons, I didn't have. And as I said, my baby shower was the highlight of the moment. And I've talked about my cravings. I've talked about as for me, I really liked being close to my baby daddy. Some people say some women get irritated with the man responsible, but for me, we were very close. I didn't feel I didn't have any issues with him, and he was so supportive, and I thank God for him. There are many girls out here who get pregnant at a young age like me, and they go through a lot. I even have friends who have gone through that. I remember in my first year, I had a friend who got pregnant, and the guy was just a campus guy, and he didn't want the baby. Like, I was there to see it all unfold in front of her, the cries, the way she would call us and talk to us. But I did try and support whenever I could until she had the baby. Like, that guy, that the baby is just a blessing. For me, I always say, like, being a parent is a blessing, and being a mom, you are like a goddess, to this child, to this baby. Please take care of her or him. Anyway, guys, for me, or from my end, it's a bye for now. But next, I'll talk about my delivery story. And I know, guys, I wish back then I was on YouTube. Maybe I would have documented everything about my delivery, about everything. But for now, I hope you enjoyed my little story about my pregnancy journey. In my first story, if you've not watched it, please watch it on my videos. In my first story, where I had talked about learning out I'm pregnant, and how I found out, and how I reacted, and everything about that. And now I've talked about my pregnancy journey, and now next I will talk about my delivery story. See you then, and for now guys, it's a bye, and thank you so much for subscribing, for even watching of or creating time. I hope you watch till the end. I really beg you, please watch till the end, and bye. Makami John signing out. Ciao.